So let's identify some things that make an entrepreneur. What are some of the highlights to you, in your opinion?
I'm gonna go ahead and jump in this. I'm not really. I wouldn't say that I'm an entrepreneur,
Which is fine.
Yeah, but what do you
but
think?
I mean,
What would you think? What attributes, characteristics would it take to be one?
you have to have the intelligence for it. I would believe you have to have some knowledge of whatever that thing that you're trying to pursue, and like when it becomes a business, to run it, to understand the things that it takes to run it, the people, like having a team to do such. Even if you don't have the intelligence, you can always go and find people who are smarter than you that can articulate or put together or make work your vision. So it's just a matter of knowing your weaknesses, understanding your weaknesses and your strengths, putting those together, and then also being able to see that in other people, to incorporate that into your vision as far as building something in an entrepreneurial way. The time is going to be something that I think would be important, because the lack of time is going to be opposite of, you know what I'm saying, it's going to be bad for you if you lack the time and involvement in doing so. I would also say that there's levels to it, and I'm gonna leave it right there. I'm gonna just leave it open for y'all to take.
I mean, I think some of the other things are like to be an entrepreneur. Really, you can't be somebody who, to me, is concerned about the actual time you stop working, because the truth is, entrepreneurs are never off.
Yeah.
They're not, so even if you're not, like, if you have a physical a location that has a traditional business, has a physical location, even if you're not there, your mind is still on the business, and on how to continue to further the business, or it may have been something it may have been something catastrophic that happened in the business. And so if you wanted a true separation, so to speak, of work and home life, as an entrepreneur, that's never going to happen. See the grind.
Right. You don't see
Well,
behind
we
the
see the
scenes.
finished product, because that's when they show up on social media or somewhere else. We see the finished product. We don't see. So one of the because I know a few stories of entrepreneurs, but like E.T., who is a motivational speaker or whatever, a success coach. You know, he was relatively unknown for 20 years, because it's not like what he's doing now. He was new.
Right.
He was doing that for 20 years, and then somebody recorded a part of one of his talks and put it up on YouTube. Now it's probably him. I don't think somebody recorded it. I
Right.
think
Somebody
they tagged-
affiliated with him.
Yeah, somebody recorded it, put it up on YouTube, and then he becomes a worldwide sensation. And he will tell you that the thing that you will never do is outwork him. And that's kind of the mentality. If you want of the successful entrepreneur, is the thing that you won't do is outwork me in the field that I'm. If I want to be the best, now I could want to be middle of the road, and that's fine, because I mean the best might be, a very, very wealthy life, and then middle of the road could just be a wealthy life, right? For most people, both of those would be fine. But I think that, the comfort of 9 to 5 is definitely
It's out the window.
out the window. Now, if you're building, because I mean, think about it. A lot of entrepreneurs start their entrepreneurship part time,
Right.
whether that's maybe they're doing mentoring, or whether they're selling clothes, or whether they're making meals on the weekends and then selling those, that kind of thing. So then it becomes, so you went to work for 40 hours,
Right.
and then you went home and went to work.
And that's hard to do.
It can be, especially if it.
But if you don't have, like you said, if you don't have the passion for it, if you don't
Yeah.
have the fortitude and the tenacity to get it done, even when you don't feel like it.
You have to put aside that fear of failing, because the truth is, being an entrepreneur is like being in a pinball machine.
Yeah, you're going to go.
In that you're bouncing around from failure to failure, but those failures, just like in a pinball machine, when you see the thing bouncing around, as long as it doesn't go
In the
into the hole, all of those failures just add to the score. and make you a better entrepreneur. If you are trying to learn from every situation, so you try something, oh, that didn't work.
That didn't work.
So now you can figure out one more way not to make it happen.
Yep.
So
Well,
don't try that again.
Yep. Or you learn, like you said, you learn something different. Like
Yeah.
you learn to market better.
Yeah.
You learn to plan, organize better. You learn to do. It's constant. It's a constant learning process.
And I think school, at least in the American system, has done a disservice because we equate success and failure as two different things. Like we say, you have a choice. You have success on this hand and failure on this hand. When in reality, success is a straight line on the other side of failure. So you have to go from failure to success.
Okay.
Because I mean, if you look at all of